Hey YouTube, it's Numi back with you again for another dose of fun and entertainment with mega results from NGC. For those of you who happen to just have come across this video, NGC are a third-party grading company that take coins. They also do comics and other items. They take items and they assess the condition of those items, and they grade them on a scale which is kind of different depending on what you grade, but they will then give you the grade they believe those items are. So I've got two boxes in this video, and first we're going to take a look at some Chinese mint medals. These are official mint medals. You may have seen them when they came in. They belong to the crab collection, and they are a unique collection of every single variety of mandarin duck and swan medal. So every permutation. They're what's called tri-met medals, so that every medal has three different materials. So you may have ceramic, you may have copper, silver, brass. Each one has a different permutation, and each one has very limited mintage. Some of them are as low as 60, and there is one in here which I think is probably pretty unique, if not only 3 or 4 ever made, which was a prototype medal as well. So very nice. I've got a couple of these in my collection, but this particular person has got every single one, and they make a very nice collection, I must say. They're the follow-on to the Dragon and Phoenix medal they produced in a number of variations as well. This one, in fact, is the prototype. So you'll notice this one is 62 grams of silver. It's an all-silver medal, and this one was never produced as a mass market product. It was only produced to really test out the whole design. I think there's very few of those, maybe only half a dozen of those were minted. So there you have it. This is the Mandarin Duck and Swan official Chinese mint medal. And then after hearing from the Coin Connection, we'll then go on and take a look at another whole lot of coins in this mega results from NGC video set. So there you go. Let's put those away and move forward. Chinese medals, incidentally, worthwhile doing your own research and taking a look at that particular market. It's quite interesting. When you're buying modern coins, you need a trusted source and keen pricing. So I've teamed up with the Coin Connection to give you 2% off any purchase with a special code until the end of February 2019. At checkout, just use FEB19. Feedback from Coin Connection is that quite a few people are using the February code, so I'll try and get hold of a March code as well for next month. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the next box of coins. There's a few single boxes, as you can see here, we're going to go through first, and then later on in the video set we'll go through some of the big, heavy, chunky double boxes. So without further delay, let us line this box up and take a look at what delights we have inside this box. Pandas! I remember these. There's a website out there called AG Panda. You can look it up. I might be able to find the link. But he has pretty much every variety of Chinese panda and is a great source for all panda information. And these 3 coins are particular rarities. This one is the small twig, small date, micro date variety, 2 of those. And this one is the large date Serif I. And I think this one is the lowest mintage of that year, from memory, produced in Shenzhen Mint. So these are pretty rare, pretty expensive pandas. And as I say, visit AG Panda if you want to see a whole load of others. Here we've got some snowmen. And sometimes NGC are now putting the variety on the snowmen. So here we have 3 of them, two green hats and 1 blue hat variety, 2 70s and a 69. So I think there's going to be quite a bit of interest in these once people realise these varieties exist, and people start to work out which variety is actually rarer. I believe that they've actually made both of the varieties of hat colours into specific varieties. They haven't said one is normal and one is blue. They've actually said both are varieties, and I'll leave that with you. Dragon and Phoenix. Dragon and Phoenix, this is a pretty good choice for a semi-numismatic bullion coin. The mintage is quite large. I think it was about 5,000 of these have been produced, which is quite large for an ounce of gold. But the design is nice. Perth Mint has got a very good reputation, and I think that's not a bad choice, which you can get for a little bit over spot. Another good choice is this one. This is the Somalian African Wildlife series, the elephant, but this one has a dog privy on it. I know it's a little bit contrived, and it is contrived by the mints. Clearly most modern coin collecting is contrived, but there are only 100 of those that were minted, so it may very well have some additional rarity value going forward. Well, you look at this one, oh wow, MS65 Netherlands, but look at that toning. This is a really, you can understand why this guy bought this coin. Really, really beautiful coin. Collectors do pay a premium for toned coins. Some people love them, some people hate them, but if they've got good toning, they can get a premium. Talking about coins that have premiums, MS70 grade Queen's Beast bullion coins have a premium. The premium is actually quite significant, and saleability, desirability, sky high with any 70 grade Queen's Beasts. They are not easy to get in a 70 grade. I can send loads through and only get a very, very few 70 grade coins. And you can see here 2 70s, but this Falcon 2019 got a 68. If there are any marks on the Queen's head, it won't get a 70, but it is a little bit unlucky also to get a 68. So 2 68s, the Dragon of Wales and the Falcon, and then 2 70s. So all in all, I don't think that that person can complain. These are the 1/10 of an ounce Lunas, ever popular, and there should be a new Luna series coming out fairly shortly from Perth Mint. They normally grade very well. Lots of 70s for Lunas because the quality of the mint is really, really high generally. Blue tags are never anything which is exciting news. It's normally some kind of disaster. In this case, not a disaster, but somebody put a London Coin Grading Services CGS coin in, a 2017 bullion sovereign, and it was CGS 92, which is close to a perfect coin, and we'll see when we see it later on just what NGC gave it as a grade. This one is rather cute. This was Gibraltar Coronation, quarter of a sovereign, small tiny coin, first one of those I think I've seen. And this one is more than cute because it's a grade rarity. 65 is a really high grade for this coin. You can see here why it got a 65. What's the difference between a 6162 and a 6465? Well, I mean, there's a few differences, but it's usually the amount of junk that you can see in the fields. So if you look around the coin at the bits that aren't supposed to be bashed around, the fields around the design, if there's no junk in those fields, if there's no bashing, then that's the coin you want to pick because that's the one that's going to grade really well. If there's loads of bag marks, that's not going to grade. It might grade mint state, but it won't grade any more than a 62 or so. Another PF70 sovereign. This one is a sapphire anniversary proof, which is the standard proof sovereign for 2018. This is the one, I think, yeah. So this was a 92 on the CGS label, Coin Grading Services, 92, and it translated into a 67. I think that 67, well, clearly NGC didn't think quite as much of it as CGS thought of it. It's all very subjective. That probably should have translated as a little bit higher than a 67. So that's the end of number 2, and there's at least 3 or 4 more videos in this series that are still to come, so watch out for those.